It's Tuesday, March 22nd, and I'm at the house next to Falls School, and they've been pumping this water out from underneath the house for 2 weeks. And so this will be the exact same sort of drainage of Falls School if they develop it. And it's about 9 a.m. on Monday morning, February 27th. And this is a house where the water was pumped out of the yard last year for 14 straight days because of the perched water table. And it was pumped over here into the other area with the perched water table right here at Falls School. But the interesting thing is, in 14 days of pumping, the water level did not drop. It stayed the same. And we encountered the same phenomenon, the same perched water table at Falls School. And so we dug those holes yesterday, and today I'm going to go fill them up. So on to Falls School. So here we are, Monday morning, February 27th, back at the Falls School playground. It's a beautiful day, high pressure system, no clouds. Seems like the grass has even grown since yesterday. So we'll pan around, and now I'm approaching the holes. Well, we'll walk to these holes. These are the first hole. Now, the first holes I dug are over there to the left, but I filled those back in. These I have not filled in. Now, it hasn't rained in, 7-8 days. It's pretty dry here. But there, lo and behold, is the water. And it's about 4 inches deep. That one's about 4 inches deep. So, see if I can get a better. I thought it would come up all the way to the surface. Let's go check these out. I came out here because I don't want to leave these holes open. I want to fill them in. And this was over where it was a little lower. And then still the water, it's probably about 4 inches down there. You can see, let me see. There it is. And I'll leave my stuff here because we'll come back here. And then that water, yeah, about 4 inches. Now let's walk over here about 100 yards and see if there's any water over in these holes. Because then that would mean virtually the whole site has a perched water table. So continue walking. I'll speed it up a little. And there we are. And yes, there's water. Hey, the perched water table's a little deeper here. It's about a foot down. No, it's more than a foot. I'd say it's 18 inches. But this is a very high area. This is over on the baseball field. We're over near the backstop, and it's one of the higher areas on this piece. So, fascinating. Fascinating science experiment. So there's the perched water in this well. And then we visited that one, and we visited that one. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring the tripod today, but we'll bail out this hole and see how much water's in here. So I'll use this cup and see how we do. Maybe I'll throw it towards the camera. Not on the camera. I'm gaining a little ground. Maybe I should try this bigger one. It won't fit, so I'll continue. And let me try to get all the water out of the hole. So the water was about, I'm getting to the bottom, the water was about 6 or 8 inches deep. The hole's about a foot, so the water was probably 8 inches and 4 inches above the soil. So there you have it. Now I'll bring the camera over here and show you that it's empty. Well, it's pretty empty. And we'll see if it fills back up. So there's the water. There's the hole. Well, it's already filling back up because I had it down to about nothing, and you can see how quickly it's filling up, covering up that mud, that little, and I'm sure it'll come right back up to about 4 inches from the top. So it started out with none. It's already probably an inch, maybe 2 inches deep, rising fairly rapidly. So, like I said, unfortunately I don't have the tripod today, but here's another hole. I've just moved over about 5 feet. And let's see how deep it is first. Okay, the hole, well, it's not that deep. The hole's only that deep. So the hole's a foot deep, I would say. Yeah, about 12 to 14 inches. And the water is that deep. So the water is probably 8 inches. And then that's to the water level. So we probably have 4 inches, 8 inches of water and 4 inches of non-water. So let's bail this out. And then we'll see how fast it takes to recharge, how long it takes. Well, this hole's a little wider. I don't know if I can get all the water out of it. Maybe if I get a little mud. I just want to get it down. Now this hole's not very deep. It's only about a foot deep. I'm trying to get the water out of here. Okay, I have it almost out, but it's filling rather quickly. So let's take a look. I had it almost dry. I don't know if you can see in there very well. I had it almost dry, but you can see how quickly it's coming up. See it rising? Coming up rather quickly. And again, this hole's only about a foot deep. So here it comes. Here it comes. I'll drop a rock in there so we can monitor. Well, it's already too deep that it goes underneath. So let's try a bigger one. Okay, well, that's grass. You can see it's already starting to cover that. And it's coming up. And it's going to cover that dirt. Just like that. So I'll move back over to this hole and see how it's doing. Well, this hole is already full of water again, so pretty interesting. And I think that's it. You can see it's a beautiful day. You know, everywhere else is dried out around here except this fall school site. Looks good on the surface, but when we go subsurface, it's a completely different story. And I talked to Frank Mariano, and he said this has a history of surface water flooding. Again, that's a totally different issue down here on the south end of this property. But the thing we're investigating today is the perched water table and the groundwater issues with this site. I'm going to come over and bail out these holes. I've moved up to the site closer to the basketball hoops. And let's see. Oh, the water's deep in this hole. So there's about 4 inches of no water, and then, wow, it's 4 inches below the surface is the water, and then the water must be 10 inches deep in this hole. So this hole is probably about 14 inches deep. So I'll bail it out. And I'll try to get it empty, and then once it's empty, we'll see how quickly it recharges or fills itself. This hole is pretty good to bail out because it's not very wide, so the volume of water isn't as large as in some of those others. Okay, if I can get this. Oh, it just runs in here like, I don't even know. It runs in pretty quickly, so almost as fast as I bail. It's not that fast, but it's coming pretty quickly. Okay, let me get a little more out of here. and we'll watch it recharge. Okay, that's pretty good. And I'll get the camera. We'll take a look. So there it is. There's the water. Well, you can see, let me put something in there so we can measure. See, there's a piece of mud. And watch how quickly it disappears and gets covered. There it goes. And it's gone because the groundwater comes back to its standing level, which is probably about 6 inches higher than the water is right now. Let's put something else in there. Okay, there's a big dirt clod. Maybe not big. Oh, that's pretty good. You can see that dirt clod. And let's watch. And wow. It's getting covered. It's about covered. And it is gone. So that hole was empty, I'd say 30 seconds ago. You can see how quickly it's recharged. So we have this one where the standing water level's about 4 inches below the surface. And this is the one I just bailed out, and it's recharging. It's still down about 8 inches, but I'd say within another minute it'll be back to 4 inches. So there we have it. That concludes today's experiment. There must be something different going on with this hole, because the standing water level, it hasn't rained in 8 days, but the water in this hole's come up to almost the surface. There's the schoolhouse, and there's the water. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it. I'll throw something in there. Well, there you go. And so there's the water level, and there's the school. We're just out here in the middle of the fall school site, and the perched water table is right there. It virtually at the ground level, so that's alarming.